So I have been asked to show or demonstrate how to move the curriculum that is on Rubicon over to the OnCourse platform for curriculum. You will notice that I'm going to delete this tab. I'm in two tabs. First tab is the OnCourse. I've logged on to my OnCourse account. And the other one here is my Rubicon account. Actually, not mine, but Ryan's Rubicon account. I am going to do this side by side. So what I want to do is I'm going to click on the tab and drag out the window so that I can work on this side by side because there's a lot of copying and pasting that's going to occur. Okay, so all I did was click on the tab and now I'm resizing the windows so that I can work in both tabs at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate with the physical education grade 9, the football unit. I'm just going to open that up. Okay, and you'll notice here, let me slide this over, make it bigger screen for now. Okay, the standards are listed, and a lot of these boxes are just going to be an issue of copy and paste into OnCourse. Okay, so I'm going to slide this over. Now in OnCourse, you're going to go into the curriculum section of OnCourse, and all these triangles over here on the side, basically when you click on them, you notice that there are other folders within the folders. The other thing I had done prior to this was widen the sidebar area. This way you can tell which unit you're working on. So I just click and slide over so I can pick the unit, the folder that contains the units that I need to work on. So when I open up the folder on this side, again, I'm just going to click and drag. Okay, so I could see the names of the units. They're over here on the right-hand side. Now you'll notice that one says phys ed football, and then there's about 1, 2, 3, there's 5 others that are called phys ed master. You should always keep one phys ed master in your folder, and this way when you want to create an additional unit, you would just click on it, copy, paste, and add another unit. So I'm going to click on one of the phys ed masters, and in order to edit, all you have to do is click on the name, give it the proper name. Let's say it's a unit on volleyball. Content area, make sure it says physical education. You pick the time period and the length of time. Always leave the sequence as date. Click update. The information will update itself, and then you click out, or you continue to edit. For our purposes, I'm going to click out. So as I said, I'm going to demonstrate with the football unit. So I'm going to open up the football unit. You're going to notice it looks different, but all the components are there. So we're going to click on standards. It uncollapses, and you have different options here. For the standards section, you are going to actually not type them out, but tag them. So you're going to click on the standards tab, click on associate standard, and I believe I'm going to comprehensive health and physical education. So you're going to open it up. I'm going to slide this over. Okay. In this drop-down box, you make sure you select the grades that are necessary. And so, as an example, I'm not going to list them all, but we have 2.5 skill motor development. And here, 2.5, 0.12, 0.8, 0.2. So I'm going to look for those. okay? And going to add them. So I see 2.5, 0.12, 0.8, 0.2, and all I do is click the green plus sign to the left of it, okay? 2.5, 0.12, point B1 is another one, B2, B3, if I keep going, 2.5, 0.12, C1, okay? When I'm done, just come up to the top here, widen this for you, and I click X. Now I haven't linked all of them, but you see that now they're all listed here. And I click Save and Close. And you'll notice that under Standards, the standards that are referenced are listed in this way. Now, everything else, or some of these other boxes, learning goals, essential questions, are editing. All you have to do is copy and paste this information. So for example, learning goals, I open it up, it automatically goes into the editor form. So I come over to my Rubicon window and I look for the learning goals. I just scroll down, here it says learning goals. I'm just gonna select this text. If you're on a Mac, it's Command C. If you're on a PC, Windows operating system, it's Control C. Or you can also right click and click copy. On the OnCourse platform, you cannot right click and click paste. It does not accept that. So you just click to put your cursor blinking and then press Control V as in Victor or Command V if you're on a Mac. And your learning goals will appear. Click Save and Close. Essential questions, come over to the Rubicon side and I highlight my essential questions. Command C or Control C, come on over, click on the words essential questions. We're in editor mode, Control V or Command V. Okay, content, students will know. So as we scroll down, here we go. Select it, Control C or Command C. Put your cursor blinking wherever you want it to appear. Command V will have your content appear. Always click Save and Close. Okay, then we have the Skills section. Skills is over here. I don't even have the whole window, but you can pull it over, see how I've highlighted all the text. Control C, come on over to this window. Control V. I highly recommend having two floating windows versus, you can do this if you have two tabs. It's just that you won't be able to see the other window in the background if you choose to do it via the tabs, but whatever you're comfortable with. Okay. We're going to come back to assessments because that involves possibly inserting some attachments. Okay, for behavior objectives, you come down to stage 3 in the Rubicon platform. Select it, Control C or Command C, come over, click, open up the editor window, Control V. Okay, since this is already part of the template, I'm just going to remove this language. Sorry about that. Always click Save and Close in each of the editor boxes. For enrichment and modifications, same thing. Come down, select the text, Command C, and paste Command V. Okay. and then click Save and Close. Now for resources and technology, any sort of websites or resources can be listed in this area. So right now there was a website already there. I'm going to show you how to insert a hyperlink. Over here, open up resources and technology. Now I just want to see. So now I'm going to show you how to insert a hyperlink. We have two resources here in Rubicon that are websites, and we know this because first of all we see the website address, but then also this icon over here indicates that it's a link to the internet. Okay, it looks kind of like a globe. So what you want to do is you click on the link in Atlas Rubicon and snag the title. So this is called Keys to Catching a Football. So I grabbed Keys to Catching a Football and I typed it out. And then also the other link here is how to throw a football like Peyton Manning. So I typed out the title instead of just having an anonymous string of a web address and we don't know what that video is. Okay, so when I click back on this window, okay, how to throw a football like Peyton Manning, I click in the address bar. I can get the address there, highlight it blue, Command V, or I'm sorry, Control C or Command C. Or I can come down here where it says share, and the same thing, it's highlighted, and I can Command C and get that address. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to highlight the text, and I'm going to click this link icon. It says insert or edit the link. Click on that. I'm going to, where the blinking cursor is, I'm going to Control V to paste the address, or you can do Command V if you're on a Mac. And then the only other thing you want to do is check that this opens in a new window. Otherwise, it's going to open up in the same tab as your OnCourse tab. And we all know that the browser, if you were to click the back button, it's going to boot you off of OnCourse. This way, what you're having it do is open up in a new tab right out of the unit plan. We click Insert. I'm going to do the same thing again with the other video, and then click Save and Close. So when I click on Keys to Catching a Football, you'll notice a new window right next to my OnCourse tab has opened up. And when I'm done with it, all I have to do is click X and not have to worry about clicking the back browser. Okay. The next piece is any sort of attachments that may be already existing on the Rubicon platform. So my suggestion is that you use either a flash drive or use a folder on your computer to download all of the attachments that already exist on the Rubicon platform. And you know that there's an attachment based on the paperclip. So if you click on the document, you'll notice that it automatically downloads, okay? And you can then select it, click Open. Because I'm on a Mac, it's not going to translate perfectly, okay? But then I can File, Save, Where to, and then click my flash drive. I recommend a flash drive this way. Let's say you're at work and you start to download all the files, then you can go to from home and access your files there. Click Save. So my recommendation is you snag all of them. I'm not going to pick up all of them at this point. just in the interest of time, and just want to demonstrate how you would go about doing this. Now, we're going to temporarily X out of phys ed football, okay? And we're going to go to this icon here where it says PE Docs. If you notice on the sidebar, when you open up your grade level folder, there is already a subfolder called grade 9 grade PE Docs. That's the case for any folder, okay, any grade level. So you can access it here or you can access it here. I'm going to come up here and click it open. The folder is empty. I need to add my documents in there. So I'm going to click Add Document, Add Files. I'm going to go into my no name. Here are the 3 files that I just downloaded. And I'm going to click Open once I have them selected. This may look a little different on a PC, but you would hit Control, click on all the files that you wanted, and then click Open. Now, they are queued up to go, and now I can click Upload. And now my files exist. So the reason why I recommend that you go in, I would just snag all of the documents and then load them up into this folder here. This has to be done before attaching it in the specific areas of your unit. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into my folder so I can access all my units and come over here to Phys Ed Football. So when I scroll down, so our assessments, this is where you will want to attach your files. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to where it says Documents, and I'm going to associate document. But I have to find them. Remember, we placed all our documents under High School, Phys Ed, open that up, widen this so I can see it, click Open the Phys Ed Grade 9. Open this, and now out of these, if you need to enlarge, you just click and drag so you can get the name, and then you would select the item or items that count as a test. So any assessments that you would be using. So let's say the self-evaluation and the rubric page are something I want to use. Now I noticed this the last time. It seems as if you can only upload them one at a time. The minute I select Command and a second document, this gets grayed out, which means I cannot select. So if you have more than one assessment, you have to do this piece one by one. You click Select, and then you click Save and Close. Or let's say you have another document, you would come right back here to Associate Document. You unfortunately have to open up each of these windows again. At this time, I already know that this is Phys Ed 9. Open it up. Okay. And let's say this document, I believe, said it was a rubric. And I click Select. Okay. Again, I'm just guessing that these are assessments. I'm going to click Save and Close here. Okay. Also, here for learning activities, the expectation is that a full lesson plan from start to finish, one model lesson plan is attached. So that would have to be typed. I don't believe that this exists in the Rubicon platform. If this already exists, then yes, perhaps this document plans first half. You only need to have one full lesson plan. So I'm not sure that these documents meet the requirement. That is something that you will need to check. But let's say that this is a lesson plan that we would want attached as a learning activity. I have downloaded it to full screen here. and I want to open and then save. Okay, so just gonna minimize this for seconds. And then I would come in here to learning activities, and I would come into this part, associate the model lesson. Again, now this would be something that would have been done in advance. It is easier for you to have loaded all your phys ed documents first, but being that I did not do that, I'm going to show you here how I'm in these documents. Now I have to add that additional document that I just found with the plans. So that's this one. I'm going to click open. I'm going to select it and click upload. Now it is available for me to attach. Again, I am not saying that this document is what should be attached. To my knowledge, it is supposed to be an exemplar lesson plan from start to finish that is attached here. In addition to this document, inside of the editor are to be listed the various activities bulleted. So if you want to bullet or make a list of some sort, okay, you would type out what the activity is and then indicate next to it in parentheses whether it is DQ2, DQ3, or DQ4 for Marzano. And this is where it says anchor lessons should be linked to this category. That's where you have your document also linked in. Okay. And I believe that is it. And so once you're done typing whatever the lesson is or the activities are, and you're done associating the DQ, you can then save and close this section. And that would be it. So once you're all done inputting all this information, you are done inserting the information on the unit. I think the quickest way to go about doing it is opening up the Rubicon and finding all attachments, loading them onto a flash drive, and then loading them onto OnCourse via this folder, subfolder, with the attachment with the paperclip there, doing all that in one shot. This way, when you open up and it's time to sort wherever you want to put these files, they're there already and accessible to you. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, you can contact me, Diana DaCosta, extension 20561, or ddacosta@westorangeschools.org. Thank you.